So to start, what we have here is the paper mache base, just building it. I used an all-purpose glue, and I couldn't just use one balloon. I had to use about a dozen balloons just to get the shape of the skull right. And I did study uh, the gorilla's just anatomy, shape of the skull. And what you're going to see right here is some of my just preliminary sketches. You can kind of see the odd shape of the gorilla's face, how the facial features just kind of stick out. Um, Again, just making the sides. This was a process because each part had to dry individually before I could move on. Finally, I was able to use a Dremel tool and sculpt out the eyes. Here I'm just checking the placement of it, see where my eyes fit. Um, One thing I didn't like was how the crown was so pointy, so I actually cut off the top of the head and redid the crown of the skull. Here I'm using polyform to sculpt the face. I just used the scissors, and what we have here is actually several pieces. Um, the eyebrows, nose, upper jaw, bottom jaw, they're all separate pieces hot glued on to the paper mache base. I started painting it. I used kind of a gloss just to start to see how that looked. But as I got along, it started looking pretty flat, just a flat, black gloss. So I went in, did some texturing, making the deeper parts of the face a little darker. You can see more of that. It really started to look more like a gorilla. To make my head fit, at first the mask was really uncomfortable, so I had to cut out the back, redo that. Then I made the eyes. The eyes are also removable, and you can see I started on the teeth and the top jaw and bottom jaw. Then came the fur. Fur was not too expensive. I used about a yard of it, and just individually cut pieces of this fur and glued it, hot glued it on the face, the skull. You can see the ears. Now we start on the body. The body I made out of a sweater, and you can see I've cut the pectorals. Those are the pectorals. I included some scars, some battle damage, which you can see here. So it really looks like Kong's been in some sort of fight. I used polyform along the shoulders and neck to build out the musculature. Also the arms, like the bicep, along the arms there. And so now it's ready for the fur. And that's just a picture of my workspace. It was always messy, but that's the way I like it. And this is the completed costume. The bottom jaw fits with just an elastic strap, so the mouth moves. I can scream, I can shout, whatever. There's a Velcro strap along the middle, so it's a sweater. It just kind of fits like I'm putting on a coat. Underneath, it feels like I'm wearing 5 winter coats. It's absolutely exhausting to wear it, but it looks great.